Browns and the Bengals, 37-34. Baker Mayfield started 0 for 5 and a pick. And man, if you would have been on Twitter at that time, everybody was just going in on Baker Mayfield. Everybody was criticizing him. Everybody was taking the opportunity to say, all right, the Browns need to move on from Baker Mayfield. He's not the guy. And I was ready to tweet some stuff out too. I was ready to just bag on him and be like, okay, this Baker Mayfield experiment is over. Like, what are we doing here? The Browns missed again on a quarterback. Like, I feel sorry for the Browns. I thought I was gonna see like one of those that jersey. I think it's in Cleveland where it has all the names of the quarterbacks, and there's so many quarterbacks that have played for them like over the last few like years, like 20 years, that like the names are coming out of the jersey now because there's been so many, and they've all been terrible. And I was like, damn, are they gonna put Baker Mayfield's name next? Like, is this it? And unfortunately, on that interception that he threw, OBJ was the intended receiver, and when the defensive back picked it off, OBJ hustled back to try to make a tackle, and then when he tried to slow down, I think his knee buckled or something happened. Didn't look right. He fell to the ground. He was out for the game. And unfortunately, yesterday, on Monday, they confirmed that he tore an ACL and he's done for the season. So I feel bad for OBJ. He's one of the stars of the NFL. He's one of the faces of the NFL. Everyone knows who OBJ is. He's one of the biggest stars of the NFL. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate when anybody gets injured, but it's even more unfortunate when like one of the stars, one of the recognizable players of the NFL gets hurt. So I wish OBJ the best. I hope he recovers. I know he's going to come back strong. And I know he's still going to be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, or one of the top 15 wide receivers in the NFL. But as far as Baker Mayfield, he turned it around. After starting 0-5 and throwing that pick, he went 22 for 23 for almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. And that incompletion that he had, I think it was on the last drive when he had a clock hit and he had to stop the time from running. So that goes to show he basically ended 22 for 22 for 5 touchdowns and like 300 yards. That's ridiculous. I don't care if it's the Bengals or anybody else. That's impressive. Baker Mayfield just, I don't know, he flipped the switch. Everyone's saying that it's because OBJ left the game and now he didn't have the pressure to throw the ball to OBJ. And there might be some truth to that, but I don't agree that he should play better now without OBJ. OBJ is a star. He demands double teams. We all know what OBJ could do. And I think it's doing a disservice to OBJ to say that the Browns are better without him. I think if that is true, that the pressure to throw to him is like so strong that it causes him to make mistakes or stuff like that, I think Baker Mayfield just needs to be more headstrong and understand that it doesn't matter if I have OBJ or not. Like, the ball is in my hand. I'm the only player that touches the ball on every play. And I'm going to make the best decision with this football no matter which wide receiver feels any type of way, if he does put pressure on him or not. So if he does put pressure on him and he struggles because of that, then he just needs to get more headstrong and be more like assertive and just say, hey, I'm the quarterback. I'm going to throw it to whoever I see that's open. And not just because OBJ's out now, he's going to play with the freedom to just hit anybody. So I don't agree that the Browns are better without OBJ. But with that being said, Baker Mayfield did look great. He was connecting with wide receiver after wide receiver. He was just spreading the ball pretty good. That last drive against the Bengals, when they were down, was a thing of beauty. That touchdown on the right-hand side was amazing. And I think he threw it to Peoples-Jones. Who's Peoples-Jones? I don't know. But those were the wide receivers that the Browns had on the field at the time, and Baker Mayfield just made it work. So hopefully this is a sign of things to come for Baker Mayfield, because if the Browns get a quarterback that's consistent, if they could get this consistent games from Baker Mayfield, then they could be dangerous. They could be a real like threat, because they have some pieces on defense and they have some weapons on offense. I know they're kind of hurt right now, but some of them will come back. They could piece some wins together, give Baker Mayfield some confidence. By the time the playoffs comes, who knows? Because they don't play a winning team in like a month. A team with a winning record. They have like 4 games with teams under 500, and then they play the Titans in like a month, I believe, like December something. So hopefully this is a sign for Baker Mayfield to just get better and use this as a springboard to just keep playing better and better and better, because he looked amazing yesterday. And now they don't have OBJ, so now it's really Baker Mayfield's team. And Hunt or Chubb is still out, so let's go, Baker Mayfield. Let's do it. As far as the Bengals look like they have a mess of a team, but they have Joe Burrow now, and he's been amazing. He's, like I said, he's going to contend with Herbert for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And the Bengals just need to get rid of all the problems they have on their team. I know there's a couple players that keep saying they want to leave the Bengals. I think Dunlap is like tweeting on that he's selling his house in Cincinnati because he's not getting playing time. They need to get rid of these players. They need to just start fresh. They have a young quarterback that looks like he's elite, that they have a real future with him. So just get rid of all the problems on the team. If there's players that are not getting playing time and they want to leave, just let them go. Get some draft picks for them. Try to build a winning culture in Cincinnati. That's what they need to do, is just get rid of all the problems. If AJ Green, probably try to get something for AJ Green. He's getting older. He's probably not going to be part of the process. Try to get something from him. Try to get something for Dunlap. Just clean the house out for all like the older players that aren't performing anymore, the players that don't want to be there, and just build a nice, safe environment for Joe Burrow, because he looks like he's the real deal. And he's making it work right now. The wins aren't stacking up, but you could just tell that Joe Burrow is the truth, and they need to help him out. Don't mess up Joe Burrow. Don't do him a disservice and keep players that don't want to be there on that team. But the NFC North looks really scary going forward. If Baker Mayfield could play like this, could be consistent and just give us... Obviously, he's never going to have 22 for 23, 5 touchdowns going forward. This is a ridiculous game. It's what's going to be one of his career highlights, however long his career is. But if he could somehow get to that level or get close to that level consistently, the Browns have their QB of the future, and he'll be nice. The Bengals have Joe Burrow, and the Baltimore Ravens have Lamar Jackson. So good luck to the Steelers once Big Ben is out, because that division is going to be tough for years to come. And Big Ben, I don't know how many years he has left. I believe he's 38, 39, maybe a couple years more, but they need to start thinking, what are we going to do going forward? Because they don't want to be left without Big Ben and have no quarterback, no plan going forward. In this division, with Burrow, Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson, it's going to be tough. So good luck to the Steelers this season. This is probably going to be the best chance to get another ring with Big Ben and then start looking towards the future, because you need a quarterback in this division.